soldiers. And that statue is now at the at Highland Cemetery. And this is another outside of the church. St. George is outside.
We're inside St. George, the church, and as you can see, it's cold in here. It's probably about 10 to 15 degrees colder inside than it is outside. And as you look around, you'll see some of the paint, because the building's been without heat, the paint on the walls is beginning to chip and it's beginning to deteriorate. And before too long, construction will start, and we'll start by removing the pews. We'll remove the carpet. We'll remove any of the artifacts, and we'll begin to put up the walls that will separate and delineate where the apartments are going to be. If you look around the building, you'll see that there are column lines that separate the church, and along those column lines will be the partitions for the new units. Where the stained glass windows are on my left side will be the doors and the entranceways, and we'll be removing those windows, and we'll be placing them inside the units as you come in. So inside this building here, you'll have one unit for the choir loft. Second unit will come out, then a third, a fourth, and a fifth, and then there will be 2 units up in the altar area. We're downstairs in the church. This was the hall or the meeting area where parishioners would get together and have pancake suppers and probably all sorts of meetings, and I bet you there were plays up on top of the stage and all sorts of fun things. And this will be transformed into 4 living units. And you have to use a little bit of imagination, but all these partitions in here, these folding walls, will be coming out. We have nice high ceilings. The carpet will be coming out. The windows will be dropping down about a foot into the wainscoting. We're going to try and keep the wainscoting. All the piping will be coming out because each unit will have its own central heating system and an air conditioner. You know, the neatest part about my life and, you know, any job that I've ever had is when you do a construction project and you come back and you see people carrying on their lives and living and milling about, and that's a really special thing. And I can't wait, you know, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we'll come back here and we'll see people walking their dogs and pushing the strollers and going up to the, you know, the local supermarkets and that type of thing. And you know, it's you never get over that kind of that warm feeling that presents.
What was the worst case scenario for the building and the property itself?
It depended on the individual. Mm-hmm. Right now what's going on, this is worst case for some people. Some people would have rather to see the building raised and just be a new structure put in place. And so it really depends upon the person. I mean, the fact that he's trying to preserve at least part of the building so that the look, I think, is something nice because it's still a piece of the past and history of this area. To other people, it's, you know, they desecrated the building.
Right. Yeah.
So it really depends upon the individual of how it's actually being taken. Right now, during the construction process, it looks horrendous.
Yeah, it's
and
painful.
it's hard to see the end product, knowing that he's going to have some parking, he's going to have some gardens, whatnot. Yeah. But I think it's so different for everybody.
Right, but John Iredale, I had a conversation with him at one point, and you know, he felt uncomfortable being around a lot of the St. George parishioners because he felt they might look at him as evil, and you know, he did this, he took the church away. And I said to him, you shouldn't feel badly about purchasing this and redeveloping it because you didn't close us, you just purchased it, and anyone could have.
The unit we're in right now used to be the convent. There are 2 floors, each garden style, which translated in real estate language is 1 floor living. The units are absolutely beautiful. There are going to be 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths in each of the units. Right now we are in one of the units inside the church, and this particular unit has approximately 890 square feet. It is a loft style unit, and one of the really nice unique features is the stained glass window. 4 of the units in the church will have these stained glass windows, and I think it's an absolutely beautiful feature, and when the light reflects off of that, it just gives an incredibly calm and soothing feeling.
On July 22, 2007, nearly 3 years after St. George's closed, former parishioners, neighbors, and town officials gathered for the dedication of a memorial garden.
Okay, first I want to thank Father Bill for giving us this beautiful day. Then I want to thank you all for coming to enjoy it. And I want to thank you all for donating your memory bricks. And I want to thank you all for helping with Father Bill's memorial bench. Please don't go without checking the bench. It's absolutely beautiful.
What does it all mean, this garden and the assembly here? First of all, it means we recognize a wonderful priest who was among us, worked with us, shared us, and has been called home to his reward, Father Bill Walkovich. What else does it mean? It means it bespeaks the sacrifices that many of our ancestors made to build this church. Many of the sacrifices they made for us. A great heritage that we have. What else does it mean? It means this is a place where prayer was valid, where broken hearts were healed. This is a place where God dwelt. What does it really mean? If people pass here and see a bench, people will be running by because they're in a hurry and they're all too busy. And this garden will suggest to them, take a moment out and think of God. That's what it means. These bricks will not last forever. Jesus told us this world is passing away. But I think forever we'll be gathered someplace and remember this day, remember all that this event means, and be cheered by each other's company as we are now. In eternity, we'll continue the celebration.
Okay, if you could all join us in singing Lord When You Came, which was Father Bill's hymn. Lord, when you came to the seashore, you weren't seeking the wise nor the wealthy, but only asking that I might follow. Oh Lord, in my eyes you were gazing, kindly smiling, my name you were saying. All I treasured, I have left on the sand there, close to you. I will find other seas.